these. These are deck boxes. Pay no attention to these. I'm gonna look there really like a lot. Just so you know, I'm gonna look that way a ton. Yeah. Move all these guys off to the side. So what's going on? Right now, what I'm doing is actually not making props and stuff this week. I'm gonna bring these forward so everybody can sort of see. But I am working on some miniatures because miniatures are my lifeblood, specifically HeroClix, but you can use them for so many things, it really doesn't matter. But currently, a bit of insight, I'm playing a D&D campaign, which is wicked awesome, but we're using like the junkiest stuff. Oh wait, I should check who's here first. Yeah, I don't care. Yeah, we're using like the junkiest stuff to show our characters, besides Baymax and the flaming trash cans, sure. But I mean, like, I want actual like representations of what's going on. So this week, because if I hadn't just finished, but I literally just finished all of the foam work for the Captain America shields, like all the foam work is done, seriously. So there's nothing for me to do on camera. I mean, I could do the straps, but right now I've got, oh, this one has straps. This one has duct tape straps because I really wanted to see how it felt to wear the Captain America foam shield. So this is the, was that Zarabeth's Angry? I don't know who it was. I've got nothing against your dumpster fire, but I really would prefer real miniatures. Anyways, so I wanted to finish these on air, but I just had the time. So these are Captain America's Infinity War. Your character isn't a flaming anything anymore. You're a flaming pile of dust on the ground after you got hit with that boulder. Anyways, so this is what the prop, this is the finished foam work for the Captain America shield. This is the other one. They're cool. They're like, and we're obviously not going to do Gorilla Tape straps. Clearly, we're going to do real straps, like adjustable and stuff. But all these need to do is be sealed, primed, painted, sealed again, you know. Seal the foam, then seal the paint. It's a fun little process. Oh, we brought you back. I did not hear any of that story. So, but yeah, since we're done with these, we're really just going to do what's on my mind right now. And that is making miniatures. So, oh, so sick. Ricky's here. Shoot, you moved a rock. I've got a strength of 18 too. I mean, I could move a rock if I wanted to, but I just didn't. I wasn't there, so I didn't feel like it. All right, so Ricky, this is going to be a bit thing. You like Baymax? Obviously, you like Baymax. He's awesome. I'm thinking of taking this guy's axe though. He's kind of got a battle axe sort of thing going on, and I'm thinking of taking his battle axe and either putting it on your back or. There's this guy who, with a little bit of paint, can easily be turned into a female barbarian. But obviously, I think the Baymax thing is awesome, so I might just cut off this dude's axe and let you use that, and like glue it on or however you want to do it on Baymax. Or we can do that like as a barbarian-looking barbarian. Either way. So, yeah. That's what we're doing. I also have some of these, like, creatures. I don't remember if Braden's druid has a beard or not, but, like, this is just a straight-up druid figure. So there's that. But right now, I'm going to work on my guy, since I know what he looks like. I've got some skeletons, some weird demon-looking dudes, and some other stuff that would just be used as, like, really cool, like, enemy figures. Okay. You like this figure or you like Baymax? Because Baymax is awesome. I don't really care what you decide. But when you see I like the figure, they're both figures, and I'm confused easily. So, what? Okay, so the figure's a druid. I know he's a warlock. Okay, I've called him druid a bunch of times. I do know that he's a warlock. Whatever. So right now there's Black Knight. He's not the kind of knight look that I want for my guy. So we're going to hold him right there. This entire box is completely full of HeroClix. So I'm just gonna dump it out, and we're gonna see. Okay, so I'm actually gonna put him right there, him right there. I don't remember what your hair color is, so if you guys want to text me what your people like really look like, and I'm talking hair color, costume color, what weapons they use, like all the details I would need to make a miniature. Go ahead and give them to me. This guy has a sword. I'm gonna keep him out, and then I will try to make a miniature because I mean, in my possession. Thank you. I got it now. I figured it out. In my possession. So this is what I have to work with. And everything that's pretty much useless, I'm just going to throw right back in the box because right away I can tell I'm not going to use her. This Hercules could be of some use. We're going to move him over in that pile. This chick has a bow and arrow. This guy is a much cooler knight, so we might take him. Let's see. This is a pretty sick creature. I don't know if we could fight something that looks like that. All right, so right now, I'm modding HeroClix figures to be D&D characters is what I'm doing right now because the current D&D campaign we're doing, Seth Aaron, is fun. It's a really awesome campaign, but currently we're all just random little tokens on the board. And I personally don't like tokens. I like miniatures because miniatures are dope. And yeah, so I'm gonna try to make our party. I'm gonna try to make our party miniatures for everybody. But you know, if they die, they die, and that would really suck. So I also wanted to have miniatures for people we fight because we've just been fighting dice he puts on the board, and that's not really fun. Like there's this giant bat, so maybe if we ever run into giant bats, we can use him. I don't know. Obviously, our DM isn't going to tell me all the characters we're going to go up against, because that would be kind of cheating on our parts. It would be nice if he told me that without knowing, so I could just make miniatures and he wouldn't even notice. None would be the wiser, and I could also know exactly every enemy we're facing and how to beat them. But something tells me that's not going to happen, so whatever. Yeah, it's super fun. It is super fun. Red hair. See, I didn't know. Okay. Sick. I'm still going to make my guy first, but that does really help, so thank you, Ricky. Yeah, if everybody wants to text me their people, that would be awesome. See, now I need to grab a few female sculpts, just so I can get characters with long hair and stuff. This guy's got a sword. Keep him. Right now I'm just sorting. There's really nothing fun. See, dude, but there are like a ton of monsters in the monster manual, and like we just fought 6 like resurrection zombie grass dudes. I don't even know what they were called, and a giant freaking tree. Like, so I'm not gonna make 6 of each character just for the sheer amount of time it would take me to mod that stuff. But I would make like 3 of each character. That's probably the most I would do is make like 3 of each. You want me to buy a monster manual? That costs like $20, man. You think I got $20? You think I'm made of money? Don't look at all the miniatures. But do you think I'm made of money? Jeez, gosh. She's got cool hair. Her hair's kind of flowing, so I definitely want to use her for a figure. It would be dope. Well, my main guy, he's a paladin. Rajaz Eagleheart, so anybody who reads Marvel Comics is going to know that name pretty well. Not the Eagleheart part, but the Rajaz part, which is like Rajaz. I think that's how you say it. I don't even know how to pronounce my own name because it's from a comic book, but sure. I'm a paladin, who's pretty much like a knight with some magic abilities and stuff. Oh my gosh, this chick actually has a little hand crossbow. That'd be perfect for Dara. Moving that over there. All right. This dude's got a spear. I don't know if anybody has a spear. I honestly have no idea. But we're going to put him off to the side anyways. No one has a mace. I'm for sure on that. This chick has a sword. No one has a hammer, so we don't need any Thor. Dylan is a battle turtle, pretty much. He's a cleric, but he's got a full suit of armor, so I think I can paint Fool Killer and maybe make him look like he's wearing armor because he has a lot of armor plating. Don't need you. Don't need you. We could use you. Don't need you. Don't need you. This is just the sorting process. It looks like it's going to take me a really long time, but honestly, since a lot of these are superheroes, we don't need half of them. And I'm like super sick, so if anybody is watching this, pardon me, like this is a goblin, a straight up goblin, so, or an orc, excuse me. Yeah, I don't know how many archers we have. I think just Zerbeth is like a pro archer, but everybody, oh no, wait. Rose has a bow, doesn't she? Damn, alright. Don't need these guys. Alright, cool. Yeah, I got Rick's first text, so you gave the man on the OG Xbox. Dwarf, dude, that's sick. Javelin in our loots. Ugh, we got loots. Dang, I wasn't even there for the fun part. I was there for the fighting, had to go. Someone else took me over. I don't even know if someone else took me over, if we just said, whatever, Pally's just chilling on the rock, leave him be. But whatever happened, I missed the fun part, which is like getting, oh my gosh, this is cool. Okay. So I don't know how long your hair is, but this chick just has huge red hair, and I'm kind of loving it, to be honest with you. So we're probably going to use her. Unless you say I hate that chick's red hair, in which case, whatever. Sue me, but don't sue me. This guy, I don't think anything really looks like him in our campaign. We're more than halfway there, and I see just a ton of figures we really don't need. So, yeah. He's got a bow and arrow, we'll keep him. Don't need this guy, don't need this guy, don't need this guy. No one looks like the Hulk in our group, don't need him. Shamama, shamama, baby. Oh, this She-Hulk figure. But she's actually more clothed than you are, technically, so we don't even need her. Which is really weird to say. Straight up be Captain America is my miniature. Yeah, she does look like Poison Ivy, but she is not. She's a DC character. But she's from the latest Harley Quinn set, which is a good set, but I don't like Harley Quinn that much, so I didn't buy any. Her name is Knockout, for any if you want to look her up. DC chick named Knockout. This guy's in a straight up robe. I don't think we need him. Don't need these chicks. She might be good for Sarah. I don't know what Sarah's character all is about, though. I only found 2 knight guys. They're both Black Knight, and none of them have a sword. You know that one's got a sword. None of them have a shield, though, so I'm a bit worried about that. This chick has a sword. Let me keep her. Thank you, Gamora. This guy's got like a trident. I don't think we need a trident. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe we freaking found a trident. This guy's got 2 swords. We'll take him. We already have one of these. Oh, dude, sick. Okay, I'm actually going to get your opinion on something. That was okay, but I'm not a DC guy, man. Come on, Seth Aaron, don't bust some balls about it. Like, I wanted 2 figures in that set. I wanted Kite Man, and I wanted Lex Luthor. And all the other figures in that set were, like, meh to me, pretty much. No, this is an Asgardian Warrior. I'm not going to scrap any of those, actually, because I like Asgardian Warrior too much, so I'm not going to scrap. But it does have a shield, but it's also round. That's the only problem is, if I've got an extra Captain America, so I'm okay with scrapping around Captain America's shield. But, like, I don't need to waste any characters that whatever. You know what I'm saying. But I kind of wanted a shield that's like a triangular shield, you know? I might make one out of something else. I have no idea. We're going to figure that out as we go, I guess. Yeah. Yeah. I'm not trying to hurt your feelings, man. But these are actually 2 different figures I really like. We'll have to see if they work for customization or not. I don't know. We're almost done with the sorting process, though. This chick has 2 swords, but I think we have enough swords by now. Oh, straight up Pegasus. That'd be dope. I don't think we need one though. Yeah. I'm getting much less picky with all the stuff I'm choosing, and I'm just throwing most of it away. Sick if I could have an RPG, but I can't have an RPG. That'd be super helpful. Earlier, I think. If there are stone men, we could always use a bunch of korgs. Yeah, but you know, I live out in the middle of nowhere, so I'd have to order those, and I kind of don't want to order figures, you know, real specifically just for all this stuff. But yeah, they do make Mage Knight figures, and I've seen a good couple of them, but they're kind of expensive. So I'd like to see if I can pick some up on the secondhand market by CoolStuffInc.com. This live stream is actually brought to you in part by CoolStuffInc.com. So check them out at CoolStuffInc.com, where you can find the latest in sealed products and here in singles. How does that? I don't know how that goes yet. I missed the podcast 1 week, and I I lose all my lines, completely forgotten them all. But go check them out at CoolStuffInc.com. But I will actually probably buy some miniatures. Yeah, I know you did, and I'm picking up a cold too, and I feel really bad that Chris made you work when you had a cold, dude. Like, it's sad. It's like, oh man, poor Seth Aaron had to work when he had a cold. So this is what we're working with. All of these figures. I'm gonna go off camera here. Grab a. Oh, dude, that sucks. That super sucks. I just got this cold like 2 days ago, so I can't even blame anybody I went to the tournament with. I'm getting a text, and it's actually about the characters, so I'm just sorry. Sorry from space now. Let's see. So here's what's cool about making shields for HeroClix is I can really use anything. So all these bad boys. Oh, dude, right? Halls is awesome. Halls is great, and I'm so sorry you lost your voice. Like there have been podcasts where I've had to muscle through, and I was like, I'm gonna lose my voice. I am just gonna like completely just choke halfway through this podcast and just not finish. But no, you did great, and you didn't read that one dude's novel of a comment. So how dare you, Seth? No, it's fine. But yeah, seriously, Halls is amazing. I really want to cut up ID cards, but I still love the Golden Age too much to actually do that. So what we're gonna do is I need to look at my back wall. We gotta have all these HeroClix back here, so I need to check and see. Oh, that's cool. So a figure I would never mod is Red Wolf, but next time we run into wolves, he has a straight up wolf we can use. So I'm probably gonna use this guy for wolves anytime in the future. Okay. Yeah, dude. I looked at some of those comments. Some viewers super get into that question. And what most people don't know, and I'm just going to say this, it takes me and Chris like a good 2 hours of brainstorming just to figure out what the question is. And then it takes Chris like 5 minutes to like get the question where it's worded professionally. Because I'll just say the most random crap. And he'll be like, do you mean like this? And he'll structure it into an actual sentence that the English language can understand. And then it's like, perfect. Yeah. It doesn't take us days to figure those questions. It takes us like a couple hours. Yeah, I think it's like a couple hours at most. We're definitely going to use that wolf because we already ran into wolves. And there's no way we're not going to run into wolves again. At least I don't think. Sorry, I'm looking at these miniatures here, see if there's anything we need. I probably won't cut up any of my miniatures that I have on this chassis This is what bothers the heck out of me. Spider Knight is literally perfect, but he's a chase. He's got the right shield and everything. But I'm not going to cut up Spider Knight because I like him too much. So let's go into a box of scraps down here. And let's see, you need some light. Broods could be spiders, but I only have one brood. Yeah. Which is super lame that I only have one brood. Okay. This junk drawer doesn't have as much junk as I thought would be in there. That really bothers me. It's got this. This is very helpful. What's in this little box? Nothing useful. That was under my table. It was completely offsetting the whole thing. How dare it? All right, let's check out this junk box. Yeah, zip ties, paintbrush. This is actually Chris's address. I keep a little thing that he sent me just so I remember whenever I need to send him something, I got his address. It's always good to know where your friends live. Oh, damn. Dude. No, I didn't. Because I didn't buy any of UXM. Fun fact, I bought 2 boosters. Okay, I bought 3. No, wait. I bought exactly 5 boosters. Okay. I'm trying to remember the polls that I got. So, you know I'm not an X-Men fan, and I don't even know what broods are. I'm going to be completely honest with you. I mean, I figured out by now they're aliens. I found on the USB stick I was looking for months ago, but I found it now, because that's kind of how that works. So I bought like 5 boosters of Uncanny X-Men. We've been going for 20 minutes, and we haven't really done anything, so we're going to start making progress. All right, paintbrushes, paints. Just slam the paints down. Paints. Glue, X-Acto knife. Glue was sticky. That's not good. So I bought 5 boosters of Uncanny X-Men. And these are all at different shops at different times. So first ever booster I bought, I said, I'm going to buy 1 booster of this set, and that's it. Chase Mags. Then, yeah, random stuff. So the very first booster I got was Chase Magneto. Literally, I didn't even get home that night. I was at a hotel room, and I just put them up. I said, Chase Magneto. It was a week after the set came out, and I did not need that much money, so I said, Chase Magneto, $90. Shipped. Sold instantaneously. I got the PayPal money. The next day, I shipped them because I just made $80. And I'm like, yeah, that's fine. Then I go to Rapid City, which is halfway across the state. I say, I'm going to buy 2 boosters. I pull Chase Magneto again, and this was like a month later, and he was still at 75. So I said 75 shipped. I sell him again. But the second booster was Cameron Hodge, which is just literally the worst. And then I bought 2 more boosters, and I got Proteus, and I think the other booster had a rare Mystique in it. And then I sold Proteus for a Quinjet, actually, at the time, because I was going to use the Quinjet in a competitive tournament, but I ended up not going. Better super glue. I don't want to use that super glue. I am missing paints. I have way more paints for miniatures. I have no idea where they went. And it's bothering the heck out of me. There they are. At least we got black, silver, and red now. See, that's what I'm saying. That's smart thinking. Anytime you can at all, just instantaneously sell chases. What you also don't know is I pulled a Chase Man Spider out of just one random booster, and then I pulled Devil Dinosaur on the other booster of Spider-Man. Instantly, Man Spider I traded actually for a, who was it? At the time, he was also $40. Colonel America, not Colonel America. It was Iron Patriot. It's not the Iron Patriot. Captain Iron America. That's what it was. Captain Iron America. Yeah, he was dope. So that is kind of how I look in the game. In the game is how I look. Not like this. But I don't have a cape. So we're just going to rip it off in the most crude fashion. Not using a knife or anything. We're just twisting the cape off. I don't have a cape. I don't use a cape, so I don't need the cape. Rip it off. Let's see. Who else has, like, armor? Like, this guy's got armor and chainmail and stuff, and it's got, like, whatever over it. But I want someone with, like, armor. Super bothering me. This Badoon sort of has armor, I guess. Doesn't really look the way I want it to, though. I really like the way Fool Killer's armor kind of looks, honestly. But I kind of want this look just to be used for Dylan's character, so we're going to leave that there. Same thing with Braden on this one. Let's see. This chick has a bow and arrow. This Toriel might straight up just be Rose. Yeah. Yeah, Civil War prize. And no capes. I'm with you. Capes are stupid. We just rip those suckers off. I feel like there's a Thor figure that has armor, and I'm just missing it. This is all the stuff from the What If set. I don't think I'm going to use anything from the What If set, though, to be honest with you. Because none of it's very D&D-ish. Except for maybe Dr. Stark, and he's still got some weird metal stuff going on. Yeah, I'm not going to use anything from that set. All right, the Hobbit it is. This is like all I use for my Hobbit hero clicks. If that's it. Oh, maybe. I don't have any of those though, but I do have this Huntress who has a little pocket bow, like a little, just like it's a pistol pretty much, but a bow, little tiny crossbow. Aragorn, you're not really useful. Giant eagles, are those a thing in D&D? They might be. Could be useful having one or two of these around. Taking this guy for sure. I don't think there are actually any magical creatures though in D&D. No, I know there are in D&D, obviously, but in this campaign we're doing, there are very few magical creatures. Trust me, I know there are magical creatures in D&D. Don't roast me alive. Yeah. This is some stuff from Harley Quinn. Let's see what's in here. Probably just disappointment. No offense, Seth Aaron. I know you like the set. I really don't. Stompa, Bombshell, Harley Quinn, the Joker, Batman, Harley Quinn, Catman, Paul Kirk, Manhunter. Yeah, I don't need any of these guys. They're hot garbage. Throw them where the hot garbage goes. In the extras bin. Let's check this little box. See what we got here. Well, look, it's a $200 lockjaw. No, it's not. That's the other one. But it would be pretty funny if I did get a lockjaw, right? Or did I? Did I get a lockjaw? Isn't that what you're wondering? How did I do in the sealed WKO? You have to listen to next week's podcast to figure it out, which will promptly be up, you know, like Sunday nights / very early Monday morning. Because if there's one thing about Dial H, is we are wicked timely with those. And if anybody is commenting and I can't see comments anymore, just like shoot out a ton of likes, because for some reason halfway through most of these There it is, yeah. Sarcasm. I didn't like that. I didn't like it that much. Oh, okay. Sarcasm. Gotcha. See, my comments. Okay, there it is. Now I'm getting comments. I got the sarcasm comment finally. It was super throwing me off. What's up, Devin? All right. I'm gonna look at the Asgardian Warriors. It's really bothering me not having a straight up unit armor. I'm off screen, but my Asgardian guys are over here. This is what I use, by the way, to store clicks. This is my guy. Also, it's great because it can be a kettlebell, you know. It can be whenever you need a solid, like a sick pump before you go into a tournament, so you can look at muscular. That's why I like these. And seriously, it gets heavy. That's your HeroClix tip for the day. Have a carrying case with handles so you can do bicep curls before the tournament. It'll help you focus, I promise. Yeah, so swole. The ghost ones are super lame. Yeah, this guy's armor doesn't look great. I think I might use the ghost ones. I don't know how they're gonna paint. I'm gonna have to prime them. Clearly, I mean, I was gonna prime them anyways. I mean, I was totally gonna prime the. I just need to keep scrolling down. That's what this problem is. Oh yeah, dude, don't stop at tackle boxes. You gotta get the Stanley's store master things. That's what you gotta get. All right, cool. So I'm gonna use a ghost. We're gonna keep this guy off to the side. I do need a different shield though. So what we're gonna do? Yeah, step your game up. I hope that's not directed at me. We need just a little bit of plastic. Just a little bit of plastic. A chunk of thick plastic. Where I don't mind cutting up ID cards. I really don't. But I kind of just don't want to cut them off because it kind of feels rude. A chunk of plastic. I should have a chunk of plastic somewhere. There it is. There it is. Ah. I knew I had some left over from my visor. This is dope. I don't have a Swamp Thing ID. Can I tell you what's really useless? That John Constantine ID. Which is awesome, because giving everybody Mystics used to be really good. But there have not been any modern age John Constantines as long as that ID card has been around. That is stupid useless. They've not released any modern age John Constantines, and you cannot use him with the ID card. For the entire life of that ID card, it was useless in the current age that it was in. And that, to me, is the stupidest thing ever. I think Swamp Thing had one character that was modern age. Maybe he didn't. I thought he had no PK character, but I don't know. But yeah. Now, for anybody just joining, I'm making D&D miniatures. So if you want a miniature made, text me. Anybody that's in my group. Obviously, if you're not in my group, you don't know my cell phone number, so you can't text me. We're gonna cut up some plastic though. So let's do that. So this has really just been 35 minutes of me getting things ready and not actually doing anything, which I kind of hate. But I really hate being sick. I really don't want to do the podcast tomorrow, but yeah, see, we had a Trinity War 1. And the Wise Man answered. See? I was hoping something like that, because, Lex Luthor had a bunch of ID cards come out, too. That I used on a Lex Luthor team. Yeah, I figured he had plenty. I'm gonna complain probably about having this cold during the podcast because I have to do just a ton of talking this week, just because it's pretty much just gonna be my ROC WKO recaps. Get out of here. But I can't complain about having a cold if Seth Aaron had like strep throat or whatever. Sexy Lexi. You down right, it's Sexy Lexi. It's going to get a little loud because I'm going to cut up some plastic here. Well, first, let's draw a shield. We're going to draw a perfect diamond. Or at least the way I want it to look. Something like that. All right, let's cut a shield. Those were great games, Devin. And I love that you recorded them. That was so sweet. And I saw how awesome you edited that video together. The only reason I have not retweeted, the only reason I haven't shared that video around is because it kind of spoils what happens in the end game. I mean, obviously it does. But like once I get the podcast film, I'm probably going to share it right away. Just because I wanted to keep some people in suspense. But for everybody watching, I'm gonna cut this first. I'm gonna tell you, but I love how you made that video look. It looks cool. I haven't watched it myself yet, but I saw the thumbnail and I'm like, that is so sick. I'm gonna cut some stuff. It's gonna get loud. Ouch. Hot plastic. All right. There we go. Mama, ladies. This shield did not turn out as big as I thought it would. Jared. It's Jared. Where's his arm? That shield's actually going to be perfect, though. Looks good. Sandpaper. Little hand sander thing. This is really sick. This is a really sick tool. I'll tell you what. You just sanded one little thing. You grab it, and it makes all these little strips with Velcro that you can just stick onto it. It's great. Let's grab a different. I don't want that kind of grit. I want like 90, like 120 grit sandpaper. Make it smooth as a baby's bottom. Do we have any 120? I would take some 100 too. Oh, you feel like 120? Are you 120? 120, baby. For anybody who doesn't know, the lower grit of sandpaper is the rougher it'll be. The higher grits will make it smoother. I mean, it's a grain count or something. I really actually don't know that much about sandpaper. All I know is that it's this magical process, really. But yeah, we just need to sand down these sides a little bit. And really, I probably should have went with rougher sandpaper first to kind of clean off these sides before trying to smooth it out. If I was being really factual with how sandpaper works. Kind of looks like more like a kite man kites, to be honest with you. Damn. Yeah, I really don't like being sick. It really sucks. It really sucks. We might go for more than an hour tonight since we did not make as much progress as I wanted to. And that it's been 2 weeks since I've done this. Yeah, that side needs to be... Yeah, it was wicked hard to cut with an X-Acto knife, so I knew I had to use the... whatever. But we're not actually making props this week. We're just painting miniatures. Painting miniatures, quote unquote. Right now we're just cutting and gluing stuff. Probably not. Oh, just go 220, get crazy. Yeah. Yeah. Don't go too crazy. Look at us living on the wild side. I use 220 grit sandpaper, actually. Like, whoa. Slow down there, Haas. You might want to get off the horse. You know, you can't ride life that hard. The comments, I figured out what's happening. I actually have to scroll to see the comments. They're not just popping up on the feed. So if you want me to see your comment right away, despite the normal lag that's in a video like this, you're going to need to, like, pound out some crazy... I actually like the way this guy's sword looks. So we're going to cut off his torso, because I don't want to have the little skirt thing. And we're going to replace it with Black Knight's bottom torso. So what we're going to do is we're going to saw him in half. And I'm going to tell you why. Because if I use the X-Acto knife to try to just cut through this thick plastic, it can either break the knife, or I'm going to slip and I'm going to cut all my fingers like I did before. One time I was holding a figure, and I was like, I just need to make this little cut. And I cut through it, and then I sliced every single finger right across the middle. I will try refreshing. I don't know if that'll quit the live video, though, so I'm going to refresh. I would have to refresh the page, and I don't want to do that. So we could try it. I really don't care. Oh, I thought I had to sneeze. Just have cough. Ugh. Being sick's so lame. And it's totally overrated and not fun at all. It's going to get loud. I roll for dexterity. Ugh. Don't worry, I spit into a bucket and just spit on the ground. But I'm kind of coughing up some phlegm too. Which is super not fun. Ooh, their bodies do not match up the way I wanted them to. That is going to make me look short as buckets. Yeah, I should have cut off a little bit more. Well, the good thing is we got another Asgardian soul we can cut in half. Is this what you seriously look like, Black Knight? I guess he doesn't look that bad when Black Knight's on it. This guy. Maybe this just he doesn't seem that tall to me. I'm gonna hold him up to the camera. Need to sand him off a little bit though. I'm gonna take a little chunk off with the X-Acto knife. All right. Yeah. It's not Black Knight's legs. And Black Knight actually has a sword, like holster, whatever. All right, that's how the guy looks. You gotta tell me. I don't know. I think maybe it looks fine. Yes. NyQuil. I've been taking NyQuil for 2 days before bed, and I had like 3 shots of Dayquil today, and they can attest to that because we were playing D&D for like 7 hours, and I was like, all right, Dayquil shot. Yeah. Wilder. Oh, Sarah just texted me. Needs more details. Yeah, character says clothes on. I'm responding to a text, and it's about the miniatures, so just give me a second. Mucinex. I could try Mucinex, but I also don't live in town where I can. No, that's so lame. I snapped Black Knight's sword from the hilt trying to get some gross plastic off of it. That's the lamest thing ever. We're gluing that instantaneously back on because that bothers the heck out of me. That was way too much glue. So we're actually just going to totally commit to using the torso we cut off and put the rest of the glue on there. Make a commitment. Stick to it. Super lame your sword fell off, though, dude. Ah! Ack. Damn it. That's, yeah. Stuck on my finger. Alright. Alright. Dayquil does taste pretty bad. I think NyQuil tastes great. Maybe it's because I've got an alcohol addiction. But I think NyQuil tastes really good. Dayquil, I kind of agree. It's not the best. We're going to totally cut this guy's shield off before we glue him on. Just because. We already have a shield. And we don't need to be trying to cut around this guy while he's permanently glued onto something. Don't quite torture yourself with a knife, kids, but if I'm doing it, it's okay. Because no one cares about Calder's well-being or safety. Fun fact. Oh, this is the worst. I hate it. I hate it so much. Yeah, I'm going to kill myself. I'm not, but it's like, it feels like I'm going to die. All right. Like, this dude's body seriously looks like it's all chest. Let me show it to you. Just look at that again. Actually doesn't look so bad on camera. But it seriously looks like he's like all chest to me. And he's totally missing his like abdomen. Then it's hilarious. Ha 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 ha. That's what he's gonna look like. Alright. For our barbarian. This one has silvery armor. This one, all the silver parts are green, and they look more like cloth and leather. So I'm going to make a decision, and I'm going to go with the cloth and leather one, because that's what I think you're wearing as a barbarian. And if I'm wrong, still got this guy. So he's super tan, though. His like skin color is. So yeah, he's like really tan. And I don't know how tan she is going to be, but he's pretty much Donald Trump all over. Like, he is basically orange. So I know all HeroClix, actually, their heads are stuck on with a peg, so I'm just going to rip his head off. Yep. That's what I'm saying. This is what's cool about actually HeroClix, is that all of their head sockets are this little peg. And so every character has that little neck peg. So it's super easy to just rip heads off and then just replace them. I am aware of Barbarian is a female, and this dude is male, but that's really easily fixed. Because she's a big, muscular woman, I just have to paint like a brown stripe and stuff over the chest area, and that's pretty much it. We are going to give him the Executioner's Axe. This dude is tall as heck, so it's going to work really well. This chick has insane, crazy, cool hair. But you said her hair was short, which sucks, which just means we have to find a different character who has short hair and just paint it red. But it seriously sucks that I can't use the chick with just ginormous red hair. But that's your character, so I'm not going to complain and be whatever about it. I don't know if I have a chick with short hair, to be honest with you. I should have one somewhere. Ice? No, she has long hair. That's so lame. I don't know. I have no idea. Literally no idea. All right. Well, whatever. We're just going to take this axe off and glue the axe on, since we're gluing things. And we're kind of, what I like to do is I like to put the X-Acto knife in a place where I want a hole. Right now I'm going to put it on my finger. And then I like to twist it in like this. And I'm not cutting my finger, don't worry about it. But I just like to twist it in like this, and I'll do a couple of 360 rotations and really try to make a little hole in the dude. So, right now what I'm doing is I'm going to make a little hole in his hand, so I can try to make a little fitting for the battle axe to go in. Okay. Here we go. And this is trying to make a hole without completely slicing his hand open. Also, if anybody from the group is watching this, I don't have my cellular data turned on right now, so if you really want to give me your character details, do it in private. In private text, that way I can get it. Okay. Ah, shoot, this is his left hand. You're gonna hold your axe in your left hand. No, wait. That's his right hand. All right, cool. I don't remember if you're left-handed or right-handed, but I'm gonna put in his right hand. Yep. Yeah, no, I have knockout, actually. I have knockout. You're 100% correct, Devin. But I'm going to blow my nose. I hate to say this, I just got to blow my nose. Ugh, having a cold is so stupid. Yes, I love this hair so much. But it's apparently too much hair. I could cut it down because it looks freaking cool. Like, it looks awesome. Like, oh my gosh, she's awesome. Oh, I see something else. You don't think she cares that much about the hair? She'll complain. Just you watch it. Because D&D pretty much was complaining at Calder today. No, it really wasn't. It was actually really well. Yeah, let's glue this dude's axe in. Let's give him an axe. He looks sick. Bada bing, bada boom. The best part about gel glue is that it actually sticks. I really hate liquid glue more than anything in the world because it doesn't dry fast enough, and it does not stick, and it's just a pain in the butt the entire time it's existing. That's how you give someone an axe. Now he's got an axe, just period. And look, this gel glue is completely holding the entire time. It is seriously the coolest stuff. I love it so much. Liquid glue, I would have to like be holding it, waiting. But instead, I'm not because I'm using gel glue. That's why. And it's awesome. And this Valkyrie actually has red hair, and it's a lot shorter. I don't know if she has red hair that's in like ponytails. Red hair that's crazy. Well, she's a barbarian. She doesn't have ponytails, probably. Ripping Knockout's head off. So there's Knockout's head. That was really actually easy to rip her head off. And we need to cut down her hair anyways to fit it inside Ulick's ginormous neck. Oh my gosh, this dude's neck's huge. So, fun fact about Knockout. She does not have a neck peg. Instead, her neck just goes from her back into her hair. So her head actually isn't connected to her neck at all. It's her back that is connected to her hair. I hate gel glue for Warhammer. Well, you know what? I don't do Warhammer, so that's the money pit that you have fallen into. This is the money pit I have fallen into, and I love gel glue. Don't know why that makes a difference for Warhammer, though, man. Like, I don't understand. Yeah, you shooting at the end was seriously bad. You're really lucky Matt did not explain that to us before, or else it would have been like, shoot, Zerba has to make a new character because she just got murder killed. Yeah, we are actually kind of seriously lucky. Yeah. This hair looks super dope, and I'm going to use it no matter what she says. But just don't tell her right away anyways. I'm going to cut her neck off so we can use it. If I cut her neck off, that means I totally got to change this dude's skin color, which I was pretty much going to do anyways. Because it is stupid orange. Yeah. We got to shave down her hair a little bit, though. We're going to see if there's any comments. Okay. I wasn't there when you saved the whole party, so maybe you didn't save the whole party. Maybe you just got more people killed. You ever think about that? No, because you want to think about yourself. I almost sent that spinning treble. Oh, okay. Well, good job. I would think you climb out of a pit, but if you think you fell out of a pit, then good job. Ah, his shoulder thing is too big. I'm gonna cut off a spike from his shoulder. Yeah, I guess different plastic. That does depend. If it actually holds well is very important, obviously. Gosh. I'm gonna cut down his traps a little bit to try to get her head in there. Killing your muscle, Ulick. The barbarian's muscle. But your traps are too big, dude. Your traps are too dang big. All right, let's see how that works. Better. Much better. His neck is freaking huge. Like, seriously, I need to cut even more out of this chick's hair. Okay, well, the bard saved the whole party once, so whatever. But fair enough, fair enough. I figured that's where you were going with the music, but I still wanted to try to just throw all those guys back up on the rock and then just destroy them. That was seriously what I was probably going to do next. I was probably going to jump down, kill them, wait for them to respawn, get back up on the rock, and then kill them again, but squash their bodies.